Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do, those of you that are new, is to hold each deck up to the camera just so you can see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number one. Alright, could your story or message be here in deck number one? Or could it be in deck number two? Could your story or message be here in deck number two? Or is it in deck number three? Could your story or message be here in deck number three? All right. So I hope you guys have made your selection. Remember, you don't have to overthink it. And we'll go ahead and start with deck number one. We have the High Priestess. We have the Five of Swords. We've got the Sun. We have the Eight of Swords. We've got the Page of Cups. Overall energy, the Hierophant. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Okay, so I kind of feel like something's going on at work where either you are having a hard time being promoted or are having a hard time finding work. I do feel that, or also it looks like you have taken some sort of break from work. But I do feel that you are kind of rebuilding or you're trying again. So if you have been looking for work and you went for an interview, I kind of feel like you may have been denied something, but I just feel like there's still something that you can find or something else that you've decided to focus on, a new place, and maybe there's going to be a new place that gives you a call back. I also feel that anything that you've been applying to, maybe you applied for a new apartment, a loan, a house, just whatever it is, it looks like there's a possible denial, but I also feel that there's something else that you can work on. Or maybe say for instance you applied for a loan and they were like, well, you don't qualify for this loan, but we can do this, so I feel like maybe there's someone willing to work with you. Some of you also may be trying to repair your credit, or there's some things that you're trying to get removed from your record. Health-wise, something could be going on. You may need to cut something out to improve your health. Hopefully there's no literal heart problems, but maybe you are just trying to do things that are healthier for your heart. Maybe someone's blood pressure was high and there needs to be some sort of adjustment in regards to that. But I feel like you are, working on your health. Relationship, something's going on where I feel like a relationship needs work. Something's going on where maybe you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, or maybe you have different views in regards to what commitment is. I feel like there also are some sort of communication issues going on either in your relationship or your professional life. There's some sort of communication issues. You may be dealing with people who are kind of hostile towards you, and I also feel that you may be putting off that same energy. This is a situation where both people feel that they're right, so they're not really willing to back down in regards to their beliefs. I'm also getting the energy of someone who is low-key envious or spiteful of you and the attention you're getting. And again, that can be something dealing with career, or your work situation. Now, also, if you're posting pictures of your relationship on social media or just your life period on social media, I kind of feel like there's someone who's low-key envious of you, or they don't like, well, either that or they are against the things that you share or talk about. Okay, I feel too like there are secrets. Either you are covering something up or someone around you is. But I feel like you are being very quiet about, something that you're planning on doing. I feel like you are the observer in this situation. Something's going on where you feel like, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to let this person keep talking, or I'm just going to let someone vent. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And I feel that, there's, you're just choosing to be quiet and observe a situation or a person. Eventually, I see the truth being revealed or the truth coming out, even if someone is trying to prevent it from happening. It still seems a little obscure. It kind of makes me think of when you were little and something inappropriate came on TV, and then a parent like puts their hand over your eyes, but you can still see through their fingers. Like, I kind of feel like something like that is coming up. The truth can't be hidden. I feel like the truth is like beaming out from the cracks of a lie, or something that is just being restricted from view. It's like something keeps trying to be covered up, but it's like busting through the seams. Now, also, that can be something happening in regards to, what do you call it? News or media. Maybe they are trying to cover up the truth or repackage it. And it's just like, no, like the truth is like coming out. You can't cover that up. You can't hide that anymore. Now, it really also looks like it has to do with maybe someone who maybe has feelings for you, who's been trying to fight it or hide it. It does look like someone's been dealing with a lot of anxiety and overthinking, or feeling oppressed in a sense, like they can't say what they want to say, or more so maybe they have been just restricting themselves. But it does look like eventually someone is opening up just a little bit. I still feel like if someone is trying to express to you how they feel about you, their efforts are minimal, so you might not notice right away. Something about their communication is very passive. You need someone to be more bold, or more direct. And then I also feel like there are moments where a shy person is bold and direct, and then they go back into their shell. They go back into hiding because they feel insecure about what they said or some sort of action that they took, and they're like, what was I thinking? And then I feel like they kind of try to shut down again. This also can be your energy. Like sometimes you say things and then you're like, what was I thinking? And then you try to cover up your truth or cover up whatever it is that you said, but it's like, just let it go, just leave it. I feel too like there could be someone that is trying to express an apology. Maybe they're trying to show in their own way that they're sorry. Okay, also, if you are pulling your own cards, I almost feel like you're not listening to your own advice. I feel like you're not really trusting your intuition, or maybe you had a reading from someone, whether it be an astrologer, or a psychic, or a tarot reader, but it seems like you aren't really listening to their advice, or you're being very defensive towards what they're saying. Your ego is preventing you from seeing the truth or hearing what is being told to you. There are moments of clarity where you kind of feel like, okay, they were right. And then you kind of feel like frustrated, like, oh, like why, why did they have to say that? Or why did they have to pick that up? Why did they show me that? Like something's going on where I feel like maybe you're just struggling with advice that you receive. Even if it was like not a reader, maybe it was the doctor or your teacher, if you're in school, instructor, whatever. And it's like you're fighting against what they're advising you to do, but then you kind of know that they're telling the truth. It's a hard pill to swallow. But eventually I do feel that you say, you just kind of bite the bullet and kind of, take it to heart, what they said, but still at your own pace, in the best way that you know how. Again, something about your intuition I was picking up. I kind of feel like you're fighting with yourself on something. Oh yeah. Now, if you have any type of decisions that need to be made, it's indicating that, you might need to make some sort of action, or it depends on the action that you take that will give you an outcome. So if you're wanting to know the outcome of a situation, I feel like you don't have a clear answer until you take some sort of action. And your action could be telling someone no, or your action could be choosing to stay single. But whatever it is, it still seems like you've got to make some sort of decision before anything can move forward. I feel like I'm hearing the name Elena. And maybe Beverly. I'm getting the energy of someone who's suffering in silence. I also feel like someone is choosing to battle their demons in private. Okay, so someone likes to be in control of their own destiny. They don't like being told what to do. Just as an example, let's say someone is an alcoholic, or they have some sort of codependency to drugs, something unhealthy. And this person knows this. Some people, maybe they're a functioning drug addict, functioning alcoholic. They don't need anybody to necessarily be like, you need help, you need to go do this, and you need to check yourself in, and blah, blah, blah. Like, they're not going to listen. They already know what they need to do. They're just not doing it, or they rather do it when they want to. And I kind of feel like someone is going through something and they don't need you telling them what to do, or you are going through something, you don't need anybody telling you what you need to do. You're like, I know exactly what I need to do. When I feel like it, I'm gonna go. So, I just kind of feel like something like that may be going on. This also I just heard unsolicited advice. So, oh my God, I'm like that. Someone might share something on social media just to vent, and then, you know, someone might give some sort of advice. And it's like, I wasn't looking for advice. I'm just venting. You know, and I kind of feel like you might be dealing with something like that, where you could be giving unsolicited advice, or you don't like to receive it, but you're getting some. Okay, I don't know why I heard the name Willie. Oh my goodness. It's crazy when I hear names, because it's like somebody's just like changing the channels. And I'm like, okay. And you hear like little sounds through the static. Okay, I feel that someone is stressing, could be stressing over a water sign, or a water sign stressing over you. Also, I'm getting earth energy towards Virgo, Capricorn, and maybe to Aries. There's a past situation that needs to be addressed that isn't being addressed. Yeah, I feel like maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had. I also feel like someone's spirit guides are haunting them, or jabbing at your soul in a sense, and it's just like, leave me alone, spirit. Like, I know there's something that needs to be done, and I feel that in order to complete whatever this is going to take you out of your comfort zone. It could also be something in regards to school. I feel like you're being pushed to do something that you don't really want to do, but you gotta do it. I'm also getting some sort of breathing issues. I don't know if someone has asthma, bronchitis, or some sort of restriction with their breathing. See, I said the truth was busting at the seams. We got the tower coming out. So something is happening where, I gotta stop saying that, y'all. I'm sorry. I got a gutter mind. But, yeah, so I feel like something is coming out into the open. Someone has been hiding something or keeping something a secret. I feel like it just has to come out. It's going to be forced out. You also, if this is about you and you having to overcome your insecurities, something may happen where you are being thrusted into the spotlight for your own good. Like, this needed to happen. Let's say too, you had a talent. Let's say you could sing, and people kept saying that that's your calling. Like, you should be singing, you should be doing this. And you're like, oh, I don't like being on stage, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of feel like something is forcing you to, like, show your talent off. And yeah, I kind of feel like you would be forced in a sense, forced in some sort of situation that you would have to sing, you know, and you could get paid for it. So, you know, those of you that are shy or have some sort of gift or talent, I feel like you're going to be put in a situation where you have to, this talent has to be exploited. It's like, it's your calling. It's part of your purpose. Matter of fact, in regards to your purpose, You might be in denial of what your purpose is. Romantically, I feel like you're in denial of who your soulmate is. Or maybe you acknowledge it, but if you guys aren't together, you can't be together. You're like, what's the point of thinking about it? And I feel like maybe you're just trying to like shut someone out of your mind, but you can't, or you haven't been successful with that yet. A better way to maybe to just kind of transmute the energy. Okay, I don't know why one of Drake's songs just like channeled to me. I think it's Chicago Freestyle. Don't you ever sounds like a love song. Something I think that's the name of it. I always get titles wrong, so I don't know. I wanted to pull it up to see if I was naming it right. I know you like, get to the reading. Hold on, wait. What's the name of it? My phone be so slow sometimes. I think it's Chicago Freestyle, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the first reading there. All right, so moving on to deck number 2. We have the Magician, the Emperor. Dealing with a Freemason. 7 of Cups, the Empress, Queen of Cups, overall energy, 3 of Pentacles, Justice, and the Hierophant. Okay, so you got quite a few majors coming out. I feel like there's something pretty major getting ready to happen in regards to career or relationship. Seems like you are going under contract or coming under some sort of agreement. I feel that something could be a verbal agreement or a verbal promise, but definitely seems like it's going to be documented. This is something that needs your signature. I feel that you are getting ready to take on some sort of responsibility, or you've got some sort of important job. Maybe you're getting ready to be promoted. Your career also may have something to do with military or government, or someone who is like a mediator. You also may need to hire a lawyer if you're dealing with any type of legalities, or going, have some sort of court date coming up. You might be encouraged or instructed to go ahead and hire a lawyer. I feel like you need a professional in regards to something that you're doing. Let's say you also maybe have been wanting to take on some sort of a home project. You're like, I can, change these countertops myself. I saw it on HGTV. Something is coming up like you're fooling yourself. Hire a professional. Like, get you a professional. Also, be cautious of any documents that you do sign, because something may be covered up, or you might be confused. The wording is tricky, and you agree to something that has some sort of hidden clause. So make sure you're aware of what you're agreeing to. Career-wise, to me, this actually looks kind of good if you work in entertainment, because I can see someone signing on to be some sort of artist or musician. I'm trying to say magician. you might be signing with a record label. If you are an actor or an actress, I can see you getting hired, not hired, but well, yes, hired, but also if it's not being hired, then like getting an agent or a manager, signing on with an agency. I feel that I feel like you're doing pretty good career-wise. You're manifesting things and taking charge of, your career. Maybe you yourself are some sort of entertainment lawyer, or you are a talent scout, or you might get scouted for your talent. Like something's going on entertainment-wise. I also see people who do work in music, maybe uh, you know, having a collab with someone. Something seems like a team, like you've got a team of people. This also looks like someone who is getting signed on to be a director, or maybe someone is directing their own movie. They're working behind the scenes. Maybe you're a screenwriter and your screenplay gets picked up. But this looks like working with your imagination, creating things, someone calling the shots. And I feel like you are also doing what you love to do. I feel like your job overall is something about it is very comfortable. I'm getting more so of an entrepreneur vibe, but if you do work for a company, it seems like, they're working with you. Like, what do you want? You want this? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do this for you. You like this office? Are you comfortable? Okay. So I just feel like people are maybe going out of their way to make you feel comfortable. I feel like you are feeling admired and appreciated. And I'm seeing something that's just coming off as mastery. Someone is like the master of something. But like I was saying earlier, something about Mason. I do feel like maybe someone is a Freemason or belongs to some sort of secret organization. Maybe someone is like Rosicrucian. You could be invited to something that is private or kind of like elite. It's like an elite group. Only a small group of people know about this. So you could be invited to join this elite group, or maybe you're creating your own and you're like, I'm making my own group. And even better, I just kind of feel like either way, something is indicating that you've learned, that you are rising in status, that you're being respected and recognized. And I just feel like something is good for your reputation. Now, also in regards to reputation, I do feel like maybe something is like someone's alter ego, or someone is having to create an illusion. I'm hearing diversion. Something is a diversion. Okay, this is the second time I'm getting something in regards to media. Now, I don't really watch the news. Every now and then I see things that are in my feed, or somebody's like, did you hear about that? Like, I really don't keep up with the news. But every time I get these energies, I'm seeing like a combination of cards that are indicating that a big story is an illusion. It's a diversion. It's a distraction. It's done to either program you to start or condition your mind to think one way, or something is used to direct your attention this way while they do this. It's an illusion. So, those of you that have eyes to see, I know you will be able to call it out or see it for what it is. take it with a grain of salt, whatever. Oh my God, something just keeps talking about like a grand wizard. I mean, this can also be dealing with the religion of Ifa. I think I got it right today. Where you're being initiated, where you are going to learn secrets, more secrets of healing, secrets of magic. Yeah. I feel that those of you that do work with magic anyway are doing something. You're doing something to create or manifest something that you want. Maybe you're trying to manifest a new job, manifest love, manifest money. And I feel like you're working on that. Or you're learning. You might learn, or something new is going to be revealed to you that you never saw or noticed before. And you're like, why didn't I notice this before? And it might be a new way of manifesting. Romantically, we got some stuff going on. So romantically, I feel like there's a strong possibility that you could be getting catfished. If not catfished, then it doesn't matter. Someone is not who you think they are. Maybe it turns out even better. Maybe someone is just using flowers as their profile picture, but you know they're gorgeous. You know they're your physical type. So you know, either way, I still feel like someone is masking their identity. The only thing that concerns me is because I'm getting magician and stuff dealing with illusions. You could be having someone on a pedestal or looking at a situation through rose-tinted glasses. You might be involved with someone who's already committed, but because they treat you a certain type of way, you just kind of feel like, oh, but you know, that's the love of my life. And maybe you're aware that you're being strung along, but you don't care. You're like, I know it, but I'm choosing this fantasy. This is the fantasy that I choose. I'm okay. You also may feel the need to entertain yourself with other people. Maybe you are not taking people too serious for whatever reason. You're just like, I just want to see or date people. Maybe you just ever sign up on a dating site just to see what the options are on there, and maybe you're doing something like that. You're like, yeah, I just want to see if I was like seriously dating, what's out there. You know, maybe somebody can change my mind to make me think about commitment. And maybe you're, you know, doing something like that. Someone also could be just lying about what they do, how they make their money. But somebody got secrets. Somebody has secrets. Somebody might, it's just something mysterious about their life. And I feel like they're covering something up. I feel like they deflect. I'm thinking about Goodfellas as an example now, where Ray Liotta's character Henry Hill, and his girlfriend was asking like, what do you do for a living? Because, you know, he had the whole restaurant scene when they went through the kitchen and he knew everybody back there, and it was like they created a whole table for him so that he could sit up front by the stage. And she was like, what do you do for a living? He was like, I'm construction. You know, it's just like, okay. And it's like someone is like covering up what they do for a living. Maybe they have some sort of very elaborate lifestyle, and it's like, how are you able to afford this? I also feel like someone maybe always changes the subject. Let's say you're dealing with a love triangle situation and you're asking the person, did you get the divorce? Did you guys sign off on the divorce papers? And they say something like, oh, you know, I sent it to them, but I'm still waiting for their signature. And then they just change the subject, you know, or, you know, just kind of flip it around. Also be careful who you're dealing with, because it's like, let's say you guys get into an argument, they're going to somehow flip it around to you, making it seem like everything was your fault. So this person is just like a master at what they do. So hopefully you go head to head with this person. But that's the thing, and I've gotten this energy before where I felt like someone was a master at reading people and someone was a master at manipulating. So it's kind of like this is your match, but you know. And then we have the Emperor and the Empress out. So if you were wondering if your soulmate was out there, I really feel like this person is right under your nose. This person could actually be watching you and not saying anything, just observing you or keeping tabs on you somehow. But I do feel like the perfect archetype, the person that you're looking for, I feel like they're there. Man or woman, they're there. It's just that either you are too distracted to see that, or they are purposely distracting themselves so that they don't blow their cover, or you know, they just want to make remain a mystery to you. But I am, like I said, I'm concerned that if you were dealing with someone or are dealing with someone or about to, it looks like this person is not finished with their relationship, or this person's a big flirt and has like a lot of options, and they could be stringing several people along. Even if they were looking at you serious, let's say they are wanting to marry you, or you're the one that they want to marry, I'm not so sure that they're ready to give up their lifestyle. They're not that ready to get rid of the people that's in their contacts, or to delete certain people that they follow. I don't feel like they're quite ready to do that. And two, I don't know if they told the other person that they've moved on. So maybe they aren't interested in, you know, their past person anymore, but I don't feel like they're being honest with them. I feel like they're still being nice to them. And I feel like they are, even if you know how they feel about that person and they're telling you the truth, they aren't telling the other person the truth. So it's still someone else's energy that's going to keep showing up in your readings. Also, the energies that I'm getting is Libra, Taurus, Aries, and a water sign. Someone is a jack of all trades. Someone knows how to do some of everything. I also feel like someone works for IT, or works in communications. Somebody is doing sex magic. Sex magic is someone's mode for how they manifest their desires. That's what they choose to use. Okay. Kind of feel like two people are playing mind games with each other in a sense. Seems like you may have tried to use spell work to cut someone off or to block someone from entering your energy, but I don't feel like that's working. I feel like this person just, they keep shift. I feel like whatever you do, this person eventually figures out how to pick that lock, how to get through that barrier that you've established, and they just still linger in your energy. I also feel like someone that you may have cut off, or you stopped talking to this person, or maybe they ghosted you. They just pretended to ghost you. They're really obsessed and still around. I feel like this person still wants you. This also could be reversed. I might be picking up on how you feel about somebody. Someone also may be doing some sort of spell work to make you think about them nonstop or to make you desire them. I almost feel like someone may have been doing something as revenge, but I also feel like it's being flipped back on them. The more they try to make you suffer, they start to suffer too, or it affects them worse. Also, something may be going on with someone's father or the baby's father. I feel like someone's intentions are hard to read. And I picked this up before. I don't remember which reading it was, but I'm getting the same energy as someone's baby's father having other intentions. Something's going on. Like I feel like they want to be with you. Or they've been fantasizing about you. Those of you that have a secret admirer, of course, you probably don't know you have a secret admirer. But those of you that do have one, I feel like this person is watching you and they are wanting to come forward. They're debating, they're strategizing on how they are, but they're very nervous and have a lot of anxiety. I feel like this person also has like some sort of severe trust issues. I feel like this person also, they're changing on their energy, or their mood is always changing. One minute this person is highly insecure, one minute they're extremely confident and don't care. I feel like they go to these different extremes. Oh, Emperor again. Someone is definitely wanting to be with you, and I feel that they have made their decision. And unfortunately, yeah, same situation for like if you're trying to cut someone off. I feel like this person just still keeps finding ways to break whatever barrier or protection you've got for yourself. I know a lot of times too, you guys like ask like, how do I make it stop? And this is just my personal experience, that some connections can't be cut off. Some is just karmic. Even though you're not physically with that person, the things that you're feeling and experiencing are karmic. And a lot of times too, there's a lesson to learn, especially if you're not going to be with that person. If it's not meant for you and that person to be together or whatever. But you still end up having to learn something from the connection, what you're feeling. And it's like once your soul genuinely understands something, then it stops. It's almost like, think about when you've got to download some more software on your computer or phone, and it's just kind of doing this thing and you're just waiting around like, is it finished yet? It's kind of like it'll stop when it's ready. You know, it's like until then, it's nothing you can really do about it except for, continue to live your life, to do what you were doing, you know, and eventually one day maybe it'll be finished or the lesson will be over. So I just kind of feel like right now that someone is still in your energy, and or maybe it's a new person. It doesn't matter. It's someone that's in your energy and they're watching you, and I feel like they want to be with you, and I feel like they aren't ready to leave your energy. Now, it also could be a spirit, or you might have like a spirit husband or spirit wife that is just like watching over you, watching over the people you interact with. Honestly, I would need to do more research on that. Some people have. You might have to check with them. But that has not been revealed to me as of yet. If you've got a lingering spirit husband or wife. Okay, so as far as someone watching you or keeping tabs, who you might still be interacting with, I feel like this person pretends to be different people, different signs, different sexes. They might be pretending to be a woman. They might be pretending to be a guy. They might be pretending to be an earth sign, a water sign, fire sign, whatever it is, they're just pretending. Also, when I said something about someone's baby's father, and their intentions, I feel like somebody is having some sort of relationship problems. So they are like coming to you, and maybe they've been thinking about you or thinking about what if. And I really just feel like it's because they're going through some sort of difficulty. So they're trying to see if they can get back together, or, you know, they're just trying to see what's up with you. Even if not baby's father, you know, it could be an ex. I'm not 100 about their intentions. Something is being covered up or hidden from you. Okay, as far as the secret work position, I'm getting again something in regards to someone not wanting to tell people how they make a living, how they make their money, or how they're being supported. Maybe someone has a sugar daddy, maybe someone has an OnlyFans, maybe someone has a Pornhub, but it seems like someone is covering up the way they get their money. I also feel that those of you that are into the occult sciences, like something may be revealed to you about the divine feminine and masculine, like new information is unlocking or will be unlocked. Someone also may be covering up a pregnancy or lying about a pregnancy. Even something may be covered up or confusing about the paternity of a child. I'm getting like a love-hate relationship. Somebody wants you but doesn't want you, or you want someone but don't. And I feel like there's someone who keeps watching you but doesn't like you or can't stand you, but they can't stop watching you either. I'm getting jealousy too. If you're in a relationship, you might be acting out of character, or doing things for attention because your partner is ignoring you, and maybe you're wanting seeking validation outside of the relationship, or your partner is doing this. I feel like somebody just wants to get caught so that their partner will be jealous. Someone also may be working on a revenge body. You may need to resolve some sort of issue with a water sign. It could be a friend, it could be a relative, it could be anyone. It could be a love interest, but it does seem like a situation needs to be resolved with that person. If there has been any type of friction at work, I feel like things are going to be settled, or things are going to become more peaceful. I feel like you are going to find a way to work with your coworkers, or you guys are just like squashing something. You definitely seem to be making the best out of a situation. If you are a water sign, I feel like you are needing to get your health in order, or that's what you're working on. You're working on your health. And it does look like you're going through some sort of healing or recovering. Even if it's about emotional health, like you're feeling better. And then also, again, going to someone who maybe works in the industry or is trying to break in, I do feel like you're going to get your big break. Whether it's on a small screen, big screen, or if you get to sing background for somebody, or if you get to produce someone's track, I just feel like you're going to get a break. I feel like you're going to be discovered or seen. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. We have the Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands. Overall energy, Seven of Cups, Magician, and the Four of Cups. All right, so I feel like something or someone is trying to get your attention. I feel like you've been emotionally closed off or blocked. You've been keeping to yourself. Maybe you've been more introverted as of late. But I feel that you are somewhere in your feelings and someone is trying to get your attention. Someone is trying to distract you or talk to you. If something's going on social media, I feel like somebody is DMing you all these weird, mysterious, cryptic messages. I do feel like someone also may be playing some sort of mind games, or someone's trying to create some sort of illusion or a fantasy for you to get lost in. Romantically, I feel like you've got a secret admirer or several, but I don't feel like anyone's coming forward. Everybody is coming off very secretive, private, guarded. People aren't revealing their true feelings or covering them up some type of way. Also, this could be your energy. Maybe something's going on where you are having romantic feelings for someone, but you are hiding how you feel. You don't want someone to know how you feel. And it makes me think of like a funny scene in a movie or whatever, where, let's say for instance, someone bought something for their love interest, but they didn't want their love interest to know that they bought that for them, or that they had some sort of feelings for them, so they bought something for everybody around them. It's just like, oh, I bought a gift for you too, and you, and it's just kind of like, okay, I guess someone's trying to cover up the fact that they are, they really wanted to give something special to that one person, but at the same time didn't want people to know that they felt that way. So I feel like someone is covering up their feelings, or like playing like little mind games. Again, to me, this is good if you are someone who is creative. I can see you either singing or painting, or writing, but it's still a way to deal with some sort of hidden emotions. Like your emotions might be locked away, or something's hidden. And I feel like you are going to find a creative way to deal with it. You're like, you know what, I'm going to write a romance novel, or I'm going to write a screenplay about this love story, or sci-fi, like something, whatever it is. You're just finding a different way to deal with these feelings and emotions. You also may be trying to distract yourself, or you are lying to yourself about something. Now, these are disturbing to see if you're in a relationship, because I feel like someone is thinking about cheating. I feel like they're thinking about it. I don't know if they've actually done it, but I do feel like maybe someone is dealing with some sort of temptation, and they're like, oh my God, like, keep that away from me. Don't show me that. Put your clothes on, or whatever. It's just, I feel like someone is trying not to look at this. Somebody's trying to show you something, and like, don't you want to see? So you definitely may be getting some sort of advances, and you're like, please put that away. It also could be temptation in any subject of your life. It's something that you are trying to avoid. Maybe it's, sweets, or maybe it's, something going on in regards to TV or movies. Like, you're trying not to watch something or see something because it's tempting. I'm getting 77 for some of you, so that might be a number that you keep seeing. So it does look like something spiritual also could be trying to get your attention, or something keeps trying to get your attention, but through dreams. I'm getting like hidden messages. Something is coded in entertainment or dreams. Something's trying to get your attention. Like you might keep seeing repetitive numbers, or you keep hearing a name over and over again, or hearing a phrase over and over again. It does look like spirit is working through other elements to get your attention. I almost want to say too, like even if an animal keeps appearing to you, maybe a bird keeps landing on your windowsill, or a cat keeps waiting at your doorstep when you come home. Like something is, I feel like spirit is manipulating the mind of an animal. So I also view that as a form of shape-shifting. So like something is trying to use some of everything to get your attention. It's like, this needs your attention. You need to wake up. You need to realize this. You also might be in denial of the fact that spirit's trying to reveal something to you. You're like, leave me alone, or I don't believe it. Maybe you think something's too good to be true. Maybe you just think something is just too far-fetched. Maybe you feel like you're being delusional. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain things do kind of point to the possibility of you being delusional. Something being an illusion. But there also may be some sort of truth to what you're seeing. And maybe you're needing to know how to discern and know when something is an outright sign and when something is just merely just coincidence or whatever. Or maybe it's a sign, but it doesn't necessarily mean something. Like, let's say, for instance, you keep seeing somebody's name. You're like, oh my God, that means we're supposed to be together. Not necessarily, but maybe it does mean that this person's thinking about you, you know, but certain things like that. I just kind of feel like you're needing to use discernment. That also may be why you're seeing sevens too. If you're seeing seven, could be someone's birthday or life path number. It could be a time frame for something, but it also could be telling you to use discernment. You need to look at something objectively. Also, matter of fact, something is indicating that you might be too emotional to make some sort of decision right now. Maybe you're faced with an important decision, and you just want to make sure that you aren't making a decision that's emotionally charged because you're not seeing something clearly. Wait until you have clarity. If you feel the same way, do whatever you said you were going to do. But, you know, there's a possibility that you don't really want something. Or you don't really want to leave your job. You're just emotional that day. You don't really want to break up with this person. You're just emotional. So just something's going on where I feel like your judgment could be clouded. So hold on making some sort of rush decision. Okay, I feel that you also may feel the need to set boundaries with people. People might be trying you or trying to come for you. And you might feel very guarded or defensive. You are going to take the high road. But I also kind of feel like people might come to your defense, or people are going to be supportive of you, or you're going to have some sort of help in regards to, you know, standing up for something that you believe. You also might be the one that's doing this. Maybe you are defending someone or standing up for someone. There also could be some potential protests coming up. Again, because I'm getting illusions in this pile too. Like I said, if there's anything in media, before you get worked up about something, you know, maybe, or something could be happening to incite anger and protests. So just think it out before you react. And two, you guys know that emotions are currency. You know, if you want to implement a rule or some sort of change, then you've got to first incite fear in people, or get people basically just not thinking clearly. And then that will give reason to implement this. Okay, well now, we need to do this because this is happening. Can't you see? This is why we got to do this. And people are like, you're right. We got to do something now, and it's just like, certain majority of major news headlines that I've seen throughout the past couple of years initially get me kind of, depending on what it is. Sometimes I just know right away, but some things it'll get me like, oh my God, and then it's just like, okay, well, slow down, but those strong emotions are currency. And that is a way to manipulate you or get you on board with some sort of false agenda. And I'm not saying 100% sure that that's something that's going to happen, but just as a heads up, especially because I done got, matter of fact, The Magician has been coming out in some of everybody's reading all week. So something is going on that is an illusion, not what it seems, truth mixed with lies, so just be cautious. But like I said, it's good career-wise, especially if you work in entertainment or an artist or something. Matter of fact, going back to, those of you that have multiple talents or, you're creative, something is indicating that you could be very successful at it, or something that's taking you places. Let's say you don't really want to be a singer. You really want to act, but your voices might be what's going to get you to places. Your voice is what's going to open up doors for you. So go ahead and sing. Be careful about the contracts that you sign, Magician. Things might be covered up or, some sort of weird fine print, but know when to get out of something. Set some sort of boundaries or limits for yourself and be like, okay, I know I'm gonna get out the industry. I'm gonna get out the singing career once, I hit this level or whatever. So it's the artist that said that before too. And I can't think of who that was. I think it was a female. And the advice that was given to her was know your boundaries. And basically kind of knowing when something's gone too far or when you don't want to agree to certain things that are going on behind the scenes in the industry. Like, know your limits. And if, keep it there and get out when you can. I low-key kind of think that's what happened with Nicki. She might be the one that said that, Nicki Minaj. She may have. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I kind of low-key feel like that's why she only allowed herself to get so high. It's just like now it's just kind of like mellowed out, like I sustain enough to make a living, and keep up the nice lifestyle. So, but not so far as where you're just like, just untouchable, But yeah, I do feel like this may have something to do with it, knowing your boundaries and limits. And then being successful, like I said, it looks like you would be successful at what you do, but you might have to start off doing one thing so that it can open up doors and it'll lead to something else. In a love situation, I feel though that you've got several admirers. You might have several options, or maybe it's just one person. They really want you, might be giving you a lot of attention. And I feel like, you're going to be presented with an opportunity. You can say yes or you can say no to this person. But I do feel like they're very confident. Even if you've already told this person no, I kind of feel like they really come even harder. And they're like, no, I'm not going to stop till I get a yes. So someone might convince you to go out with them or to at least get to know them or talk to them or something. If this is a new love interest, so far what I'm seeing, I'm not going to say it's staying this way, but it looks very surface. I feel like it's more so physically charged. It may have the potential to become deeper, to become more spiritual, to become, you know, like just something more deep. But it does seem like it's surface and fun for now. It's entertaining. You're fun. You've got my attention. So yeah. I feel like you're going to create something new or never seen before, or reinvent something. I feel like you've also been kind of closed off and turning down offers. But I feel like when you're ready, or when you feel like you can trust someone, that you'll let your guards down. This is definitely indicating, though, that I feel like there's more than one love interest. Or because magician is out, it might be one person pretending to be many people, and also watching you from different angles. Someone may be trying to study and observe you by seeing how you interact with their different characters and personality traits. I also feel that you could be dealing with somebody that feels this way. You might be dealing with someone who's very guarded, that doesn't let just anybody in. And it seems like eventually this person, you're going to win them over. Yeah. Something also could be going on where you feel the need to protect or secure something that you feel like you've earned. So especially more so in a work situation where you feel like these new people not finna take my position, like, you know, whatever. So you might do something to let it be known that that's your position, and you don't want to move. So even, I don't know, maybe you want to set up a meeting with your supervisor and whatever. You're just like having to really put your foot down, or really show that you're not going anywhere. If you are in a relationship, something could be going on where maybe your partner is feeling super protective. Maybe you've been getting a lot of attention and your partner's like, you need to let those people know. Or like maybe they're doing something to like diminish the attention that you're getting. Like maybe they put a ring on it or something to slow down all the attention that you're getting. But it does seem like maybe someone feels the need to secure their position or secure their relationship. Let's say you saw a home that you wanted, or an apartment, and you were like, I'll do whatever I can to beat out the competition. Like, I'm willing to put down 3 months rent. Like, can I do that? Can I put down 3 months rent? Can I do blah? So I feel like you're doing anything that you can. And whatever you do does seem like it will beat out the competition. I feel like you're going to be victorious. Something also may happen that restores your confidence. And also anything that you were confused about, like I said earlier, I feel like you are going to have a clear vision of what you want to do after thinking about it. It's like you feel balanced and you're like, okay, like I waited to make my decision. I know what I want. This is what I'm doing. So I feel like you have made some sort of clear decision. You're confident in your choice. Okay, one of you, oh, I said one of you. Some of you might have like a very strong gift where you're able to command something or you're able to bring something towards you. I see whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, like it's met with resistance at first, and then eventually I feel like something comes to you. You also just might be playing around with your telekinesis, whether you work with air elements or fire elements, water. You might be practicing that where you are like moving things with your mind. I also feel that you may be channeling someone or someone's channeling you. Either way, I'm seeing telekinesis and telekinetic energies around you. I also feel that you may need to set boundaries with either a friend, a sibling, or one of your cousins or something. I feel like you're going to have to set boundaries with this person. Something's going on where if this person behaves a certain type of way, you can just cut them off immediately. And then eventually they know like not to bring something up to you or not to disrespect you. So I feel like you're demanding some kind of respect. And whoever you're demanding this respect to, there's going to be a bit of resistance and then people fall in line. It seems like there's something going on where something's being offered to you and it just seems like you're reluctant about it. You're trying to be open-minded about something, but you're having a hard time letting your guards down or agreeing to something. It could be a love interest. Someone just keeps like flirting with you. And it seems like you kind of open up to it at first and then you're like, I don't know. It could be because you're still emotionally attached to someone. Or maybe you just had some sort of expectations of what you had hoped you would attract. And so you're just kind of hesitant. let's say too, you've been applying for different jobs and it's like one of the places reaches out to you, but you're really hoping it was the other place. And you kind of say, well, you know, it doesn't look like the other place is going to call back, I guess. I feel like you don't want to settle, even though you want this. You kind of feel like you're settling. Maybe because something isn't your first choice. And that also may be why you need to make sure that you're not making some sort of emotional decision. I feel like you need to understand why you're saying yes or why you're saying no to something. Understand why. Take your time to think about it. All right, so those are the messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully some things have resonated. Thank you all for watching. Sending you love and grace.